Okay, Gary here again. It's January, I hope it's not July, January 29th today, and just been working the last week on the front lockdowns for the body. So what I wanted is, I've got a couple of pins. I'll just show you. A couple of pins, something like this. Got them off the internet. They lock open. But the problem is I had to do a lot of modification with these. I had to cut them down about 3/8 of an inch. I had to narrow them up about a good 1/16 or more on each side. Then I had to support the little piece of steel that was welded in on both sides here so that it couldn't bend this way. And then once that was all done, then I had to adjust the length of the pin so that it wasn't too long, so that it was correct. And also readjust, put some shims in behind here because the shorter pin, so that it wouldn't fall out of the front part here. And you pull it back till it gets coil bind, and the washers help with that. And then also the little locking tab down below here, I had to bring it up a tiny bit because I had to shorten my pins because of the support on the side. So lots of modifications, and everything is super tight, but it's working now. And what's really cool about it is the way I was able to make the little receiver lock plates. They're actually angled in. So when this comes down, you can either lock it like this, drop the body down, and then put the pin through, or you can actually just, when it's locked like this, just release it, and it'll come down and actually force it in like a strike plate on a door. So I'll give you a little demo of what happens when you lift it up and set it down. The pins are locked in right now. I'm just gonna reposition the camera. We'll see what we got here. Right about there should work pretty good. Okay, so the pins are, let's see if I can get a little closer here. The pins are locked in right now. They'll be locked in like this. If you pull them out, they'll lock out like that. I'll just get the other side. And then just lift the body up. I've got my little makeshift support here for now. So I've got my makeshift support here, just made out of some conduit that was laying around. Eventually that'll be made out of some nice aluminum tubing, be all welded together. And then I'll show you how it all goes down. I'll show you the plates here first of all. So these are the plates. I might have to take the camera off of here. Those are the little strike plates, and they're angled. And the pin just drops down into that hole there. Okay, I'll show you how it comes down. First of all, we can release these. So I've released the pins. I don't know if you can see them or not. The pins are in the lock position all the way in. I'll drop it down a little bit again. There we go. And pull the support out. And we just drop it down. That's it. Lock the back. We'll lock the back fenders in. They're locked in now. Same on the other side. Locked in. And this pin is locked in as well. So body's down, locked down. It's all locked down. Can't lift up. So that works pretty great. I'm pretty happy with, considering everything is just so tight in there. That's why I had to take those original brackets here and actually narrow them down a little bit, like a good 1/16 or more on each side. There just wasn't enough room there. And I even had to make special bolts for one side of the locking bracket. I had to actually take them to the lathe and thin the heads out. Like the heads are only like about 1/8 of an inch. It doesn't really, it just has to hold the body on. It's all shear force, so it's okay for the bolts to be that thin. So another project all done. I've got to replace the bolts on the other side. They're just ordinary hex head bolts. And I'm replacing the bolts on the outside of the plate with stove bolts that are pressed in. And hit them a couple times with some gun bluing, so they just darken up, and then it looks less conspicuous. So pretty happy with the way it's all working. So now that I've got that all done, now I can finally move on to doing the tin work inside the car. Now the body is totally locked down, front and back and everything. So I can work away. It's going to take a lot of patterns. I'm going to have to make up a bunch of patterns for the tin work on the inside of the car. Like all this stuff is just so annoying, because I bet you I've had this body up like at least 100 times or more just doing these front pins. Just lift it up, put it down, lift it up, put it down, try it out, lift it up. And it just over and over and over and over again. So it gets to be really annoying. And the more work you do on it, the heavier it gets. So it starting to get pretty heavy just to hold it there with one hand and maneuver around to grab my little body support tube here, and it gets to be a little bit much after the end of the day. So with that, I'll cut it off here, and I'll catch you next time. So the next video should be starting the tin work on the inside of the car. I'll catch you then. Take care.